Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. Welcome back to our abundance reading. Today is our day 179. One moment, let's get on our YouTube channel as well, so our members could watch this live at the same time. So one moment, let's run it simultaneously. I'm so happy and so grateful that now we have such kind of a wonderful social media platforms and let us to do what's including Room, right? Room is not a social media. But this is such a great technology platform, enabled us to do all this great live stories, reality show, whatever you call it, right? Speaking and inspiration, sharing, contribution at the same time. So this is truly the best time. And by the way, last night we talked about Instagram, the TV, or now it's called the Reel, right? Short video, and also the story. How you get it on the story and also story highlights and Instagram. Oh, by the way, this is our book, Traffic Secrets. In just case some of you maybe the first time heard about us, even though we are here on the 178th day, or today's 179, we are reading about, let me focus on this one. Okay, Russell Brunson's, the ClickFunnels co-founder, his book. This is a trilogy book, is third one. Traffic Secrets. This is an underground book for playbook for filling your websites and funnels with your dream customers. And we talked about all these philosophies like Dream 100 concepts and how to build up your Dream 100 and how to have your organic traffic. And then also about the ads, right? Pay for the ads, how to break even and also make a profit. And eventually the goal is how to get your own traffic. The traffic you own is like the email list you have and all the customers' information in your own database. So you do not need to worry about any social media if they change any policy, and especially for advertisement, right? They could change the rules and make it more difficult for you, or organic, all these algorithms, right? You can never totally win their algorithms if they keep changing, but if you own your own lists and you have the control, okay? So the story highlights today. Yesterday we almost finished this one. Okay, let's finish the story part about the stories. These show up under your bio and above your grade. Let me see at the same time, where is the bio and the grade? That's your story highlights. Oh, okay. So all those, let me quickly show you mine. So you will see what we are talking about here. For example, this is my Instagram and all these circles, right? Those are highlights, different highlights, okay? And the way you use highlights ties back to the JK5 method. We mentioned about those 5 categories, remember, or in your interests, in combining both your business and also your life, your hobbies, right, together, where you pick the 5 categories that your brand will be known for and create a highlight for each one. So that's like under your profile, it's like those albums, or how do you call that? Like your gallery. It's like not just a gallery. I would say like your albums. You have different albums. Under each albums, you have like different highlights, right? Each one could have a theme. And as you make cool stories that tie back to one of these 5 categories, you can save them as highlights, and they will automatically save in that folder. You can see that because it's under my profile with those small circle, and it's like a highlight that people can easily go to click any kind of those circle and get into that connection. They will automatically save in that folder. Okay, it's like folder, album or folder. Okay, this is a really cool way for people to see the highlights over the past month or years tied to your core categories, okay? It's like the JFK method and core categories. This is the folder. All right. Highlights mini webinar hack. Whoa, this one will be a new strategy. I've never heard about this before. We have a little trick that we use to leverage highlights to sell a lot of products about once per month. Oh, let's see. About once per month, I pick one of my products that I want to promote. Once per month. I'm surprised because normally Russell is on his sales every day. I block out a 4-day in my stories devoted to block the whole full day to promoting that product with a mini webinar. Basically, throughout the day, I'll post 15 to 50 stories. Whoa, that's like a dominant bombing in one day. 15 to 50 stories going through a scripted presentation. Oh, it's really like a presentation. Okay, so you like 15 slides or 50 slides. So a script presentation to sell one of my products. Of course, I usually make a ton of sales on that day. But because I save it as a highlight, it will continue to sell for me every day. Oh, I see. So he is actually doing the wonder. I was wondering, only do one day? Actually, he's doing the 1 day's like in-person work. But then because it's in a highlight, it will stay there. People can still access it for, I guess, for the whole rest of the month, I think. So every day is an every day. Let me walk you through the script for this mini bar or webinar. Let's see. Ooh, this is like the illustration about what he is doing here. From those highlights, you can see the small circles. We put the one, let me see, what says how to specifically implement it. Okay, it's from a hook to story to offer. Remember that script? Actually, we read that last month in Expert Secrets. At least you know, if you did not read that book, don't worry. At least you know this whole structure is like in the 3 steps. It's like a hook, story, offer. Or in my way, it's like attention, aspiration, and call to action. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, like he said, mini perfect webinar script follows his book story offer framework. In the first 3 stories, I asked 3 yes or no questions. Okay, so the first 3 stories ask 3 yes or no questions that I know will hook my viewers. For those who have read Expert Secrets, these questions will seem familiar as they sync with the perfect webinar script. Question 1 is about the vehicle that I'm trying to put them into. Question 2 relates to their internal struggles. Okay, so vehicle, internal struggles, and question 3 deals with their external fears. That's what we shared in last book. So vehicle is about if he's talking about the webinars, something related, or he's talking about a webinar, and he's suggesting him to do every day, and he may ask them questions. Have you ever done any webinar? How is it working? Is it effective or like a converting for you? Something like that, right? And then internal struggles. Are you worrying about are you worrying about maybe you're not good enough, or maybe you do not have the confidence in what you're doing? And the third one, external fears, for example, is like maybe you let's say, oh, you're about all this like marketing is so competitive. How could you stand out, right? And or maybe your webinar design is not perfect. You don't know how, something like that. Okay, let's see what Russell would say. The next few stories will relate back to, okay, he's talking about the whole flow. The next few stories will relate back to the questions I just asked. I like to use a framework. Feel, felt, found. That's a quite famous feel framework. 3 F's. Feel, felt, found. I might say something like, understand how you feel, like for example, frustrated when you spend a lot of time designing your webinar but nobody's showing up, right? I felt the same way, then this is what I found. See that? We use those sentences. Understand how you feel, frustrated. I feel the same way when I just started, and there's few people registered, but even none of them showed up. I was speaking just to the screen, to the empty air, something like that. This is what I found, right? And how this is not working. Traditional way is not working, but eventually I tried this and that and learned this and that, and then how it worked. Just like this framework. Okay, then I make a few stories introducing a real offer, a special offer I created that will solve the problems people said yes to in the first 3 stories. Okay, let's see. A few stories introducing special offer I created that will solve the problems people said yes to in the first 3 stories. Okay. So he wants to get all this yes. Remember that. This is very important thing. Okay. You ask yes or no questions, but your expectation. You want to hook them. You want to get also their buy-in. They are standard with you. You want to get all this yes, yes, yes answers. For example, let me get back there. For example, you will say, are you, let's say, Rico, are you doing, like, have you ever, let's say, are you doing some webinars for your, to sell your product or service offer? And, or let's say, I'm not sure if that's the best question. And if the people say yes, right? Some normally, or are you believing that the webinar is a good way to educate and reach your potential clients? Maybe people will say yes, right? And you will say, are you feeling sometimes that you're not good enough and you're not confident in your webinars, something like that, right? Okay, they say yes. An external one, are you feeling the market is so competitive that it's so difficult for you to stand out in that environment, to really let your ideal audience to hear you or see you, something like that. Okay, so maybe they will say yes, 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 right? So, or maybe like, did you ever try webinar but found it's not working and it did not converting enough audience, or like getting enough registration to your webinar? Yes. And that you feel like frustrated that whatever you try hard, it's not working. Yes. And the third one is like, yeah, the competition, everything, right? And you're wondering how, even though like this way is working for others, but why it's not working for you, something like that. That's it. Over the next 5 to 20 stories, I'll show you the proof. Oh, okay. So after offer is a proof. So before the offer, remember that feel, felt, found, that's a story time. That's a real story time, okay? Remember Russell previously introduced about those epiphany story time, right? About his experience, how he had similar strugglings and how he eventually found the solution, right? Make that breakthrough or epiphany, and then that story will touch people, and then he provides the offer and then show the proof. See that logic, like say logic sequence, I would say. Question, well found. Let me see. Okay, let's continue. All right. I should prove, I will say something like, don't take my word for it, check out what others are saying. Then I will post as many proof images, slides, and videos that I have. Okay, that's all the testimonials. Okay. After all my proof, I would make a few stories recapping the offer they are getting that day. Okay. Recapping the offer that they are getting that day. So each by one slide, and one, each one is a story. Finally, I end with a few stories. Also, he's like, let's see, do night time stories is like, because remember, night time stories is like a long time. He used 3 to 5 minutes. I remember he mentioned about that. So now we can use, let me see if we can use real story strategy, your reality show. I remember yesterday we read about this, he said 3 to 5 minutes is the best. So each slide we can elaborate for 3 to 5 minutes. But now, let me see. I actually did not see the story. And you can, let me try one. Story I remember, it's like from a gallery or from a camera. I could not see if I could do live one. Right? This, you can only take pictures. So actually now it's all changed to be either live or to be, but no worry, if you go live, because real only limit you 90 seconds. If you can finish that slide in 90 seconds, that's great. Otherwise, you will use live one. The live will, you can go as long as you want, but you want short, make it short, right? For example, he said that it only, how many? Let's see, how long is that each one? He only said how many, but he didn't mention how long. So, but ideally within 3 to 5 minutes, and then you share that to your story highlights. Okay, you can still do that. Finally, okay, so recapping, after recapping, finally end with a few stories talking about any urgency and scarcity that would reveal to this offer. Remember, urgency, scarcity, like, oh, this is closing, for example, Thursday, right? Thursday live talk. let's see, if every day, oh, so in one day, remember he said in one day. So he will say, for example, on Thursday, let's say Thursday, and then he will say this is closing by Sunday. Remember, like he has 3 days to close the cart, and only in the top, for example, this bonus is for the first 50 registered. So that's like really make it urgency and scarcity. This is one of my favorite ways to get consistent sales from Instagram. Wow, this is definitely a great strategy. Worth my exploration and practice. We will see. As people land on your profile and start following you, one of the first things they look at are your highlights. So having a few in there that push your front end funnels is a powerful way to make the conversation into traffic that you own. So front end funnels, like let's say you make people, you provided the offer already, and have a few there push your front end funnel and get people in the funnel. So definitely, actually, I've already done this today. Let me see how could people. I put in my highlights to entrepreneur. Yeah, I put a entrepreneur. So I'm actually, yeah, today later I will do another one, but not in the webinar, perfect webinar format. But this is definitely in my next week. I will do this. I need to plan for my scripts. So like the events, right? Get people registering your events and all the highlights. So that's how you use the highlights with. But this is a great strategy, right? Use that story highlight as your, because that's take advantage of that. This is also like a use that sequence of the perfect webinar script is like a soap opera, like that kind of format. You have one and you share tomorrow that or next one will be what, and people will click next one and next one and next one. Oh, this is amazing. I will double check if I can still find his previous examples. Okay, to make that own traffic convert into your own traffic. Remember, that's always our goal. Eventually turn all the people into your own list, right? Your own traffic. Next one, next strategy, Instagram Live strategy. The last way to publish on Instagram is Instagram Live. Because Instagram Live and Facebook Live are so similar in their functionality and use, I won't be spending much time on Instagram Live. In fact, I purchased a second phone with the sole purpose of being able to go live on Instagram at the same time I went live on Facebook. Ooh, it's another trick. Let me see. A second phone with the sole purpose of being able to go live Instagram at the same time I went live on Facebook. That way I can stream the same message at the exact same time to both platforms. That's what I'm thinking. I live stream, for example, I'm now live streaming from Zoom to YouTube channel. And sometimes I go Facebook Live. So how can I do the Facebook Live at the same time go stream to Instagram? I need to figure that out. One difference between Facebook Live and Instagram Live is that all lives on Instagram are stored on the platform. Oh, okay. So both phone, just set up, you need to have some like shelves or whatever. Set up at a different angle of yourself, or maybe like a close side by side, right? And just one setup on Facebook Live, another one Instagram Live. So you do one live show and you get a different live play on different platforms. So that's a very basic trick, but we did not think about that before yet. Why? So let's see. Oh, by the way, yeah. So actually, this is another hack. For example, now I'm using my laptop on Zoom and going live through YouTube. I can actually use my cell phone at the same time to go live to my, let's say, Facebook Live. Yeah, that could be like this could be an aha moment for me to do the two platforms at the same time. Because normally then I get a YouTube channel or YouTube video, I replay that, put a replay, just a link, it's not a live, to my Facebook Live. So I will see how this will work. Okay, so I can definitely do one more. Simultaneous and multitaskers, right? This is your great news, you will love that. One difference between Facebook Live and Instagram Live, okay, Instagram are stored on a platform for only 24 hours, and then they are gone. Oh, okay. Live, really? Actually, yeah, maybe that's outdated information because my live stayed there. Oh, okay. So Russell did not figure that out. Now Instagram has two choices. Maybe during that time it didn't have. So first is choose to stay there like 30 days. I forgot. It's just like, and it's not the same day. And then they have another choice is like never delete it. So I always choose that never delete. So it's better news, right, than that time. So he said that time only 24 hours and then they're gone. because maybe like Instagram did not have that much storage place, and now they definitely expanded. Okay, on Facebook, however, your lives are stored on the platform forever, so you can continue to boost and promote your lives. But by the way, YouTube channel is even better because the channel, and in one glimpse, you can see all these videos there. But Facebook, you have to scroll down to find it in your timeline. So I would say the best way is on YouTube, but if you can do Facebook Live, right, stay there forever. And now Instagram also stay forever, so it's good. I'm eagerly waiting for the day that Facebook, okay, let me see, put it here. And we'll just let you stream one message to both platforms at the same time. Oh yeah, my God, I'm also waiting for that. Facebook and Instagram will just let you stream one message to both platforms at the same time. Until then, if you don't have a second phone, you may just have to borrow a friend's phone anytime you go live to get the extra eyeballs to your message on Instagram. Or you can also do your Facebook Live from a laptop and then your Instagram Live from your phone. That's true, right? So because Instagram belongs to the phone anyway, use the Instagram on the phone and Facebook Live on your laptop. If you're not able to live stream on both platforms, I suggest you focus all your live efforts on Facebook, as your message can get more views over the long run. Okay, we'll talk more about the strategy of lives in the next chapter with Facebook, but just know that this is the other area of the app that I treat like my home. I can use this feature to sell things to my existing followers. So Facebook Live, okay? Your publishing plan. Now, wow, this is a double check. Let me see. All right, okay, your publishing plan. Each section inside Instagram has different strategies on how you should be publishing. It's a lot. I know, I get it. When I first started looking at this platform, I thought that publishing on it would be another part-time job. That's true. So for me to get this to work, I had to build out a publishing plan that I could do in less than an hour each day. And that was simple and effective enough for me to stick to it. So that's definitely the trend. We should focus on short video, 3 to 5 minutes. Sweet spot, right? Like I mentioned. So now I'm rating this. This is my this year's challenge. But following next year, I will definitely do all these short videos. So it's different strategies in different time. Okay. That was simple and effective enough for me to stick to it. Okay. Using this publishing plan will help to make sure that you are using every second on Instagram to its fullest. You can follow my publishing plan to a T, or you can tweak it to fit your own process to a T. What it means to a T? Okay, what is like a full like a, or you can tweak it to fit your own process. So here, I also showed like this plan, publishing plan from morning to night. I think. Let me double check. Daily, approximately 45 minutes. Weekly, approximately 40 minutes. So his schedule is like he has daily post, weekly post, some is like a monthly post, and when you go live on Facebook. Okay, so this is great actually. Suggestions of once a month, like you say, once a month. Oh my God, this explanation. Once a month. Now fellow get it. Those explanation. Bear with me, the second language, right, with English. So he will do, for example, a live one in one day and put them all this kind of slides, like 15 to 50 slides there, and people can continue with it later. And so daily, let me give you an example, like a research and network 10 posts and 10 messages a day. Let's quick 10 posts and 10 messages a day. Even that looks already overwhelming to some of you, right? If you can post even one, you will feel like good. So this is really like a volume game. And then it's Instagram profile 2 posts a day. Yeah, that's consistent with what he mentioned. 2 pictures a day on Instagram profile. Rotate in those 5, like the JK5 categories, remember? And Instagram stories, 10 to 30 stories a day. Okay, 10 to 30 stories a day, Instagram stories. 5 minutes per day. 5 minutes per day to take like a 10 to 30 stories. That's just crazy. He's like a content creation machine. Let's see. Put 10 to 30, 15-second stories throughout your day. So like a reels, let's say it's like 10 to 30 reels Wow, can I do that? Let me see. On one story, tell your audience to interact with the post on your profile, like, comment, etc. On a different story, give a swipe up call to action to promote one of your products or new published content, like a podcast episode, blog post, or YouTube video. But here's still like 10 to 30. Russell, crazy. This is interesting, right? Once you get really into their publishing plan, you will see how crazy they are and why. That's why how they are successful. 10 to 30, 10, 15 second stories. Let's see what we can really do to interact. 15-second stories on your profile. Okay, Instagram, 2 posts, that's pictures. To pick 2 pictures from 2 of your categories and read contents and hashtags. Oh my goodness. Okay, then I tend to, those 2 posts I know in your 5 categories, but this 10 to 30, 15-second stories. Let me see. 15-second stories. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of stories can tell. On your post, like comment search on a different story. Okay, one story tell you to interact with a post. So you like you remind them about the post because you already posted 2, remember? So you remind them, oh, I just did this, that's a story. Okay. On a different story, give a swipe up call to action to promote one of the products. This, let's see. Okay, he's actually doing everyday promotion and sell of his, he said like products or newly published content. Okay, so just basically, let me see, summarize this way. Whatever is going on today, okay, whatever you're promoting, just remind them through your stories. And then the first one, research and network, 10 posts and 10 messages a day. Oh, okay. The first one's message, 10 research and network. Okay. Scroll down your feed to look for your Dream 100 hooks. Okay. And like, comment. Okay. And watch your stories from Dream 100. Look for how they are engaging and how, what's their like swipe up call to actions are, send a message to at least 10 of the videos, swipe up on them. Basically, that's okay. Let's engage 10 posts of your Dream 100, okay? Pick 2 pictures from 2 of your category. Okay, let's hold on one moment. Or send a message to at least 10 of their videos. Send a message to at least 10 of their videos. Okay, send a message to at least 10 of their videos. That's what you do. Like, comment, and send a message to at least 10 of their videos. Swipe up on their offers and funnel hack them. On their offers and funnel hack them. I'm wondering how Russell is doing that and still in the ethical way. Okay, so he said swipe up on the offers and funnel hack them. I want to see some examples to fully understand. This is funnel hacking them, and you want to share some of your offers or whatever. You can normally do not direct to do that, right? Because that's why we will put as a spam. I hate people hacking my offer and put their offer or other, like promote other people. I think that's ethical. I hope Russell mentioned about swipe up on the offers and funnel hacking them means some like a more polite way. Okay, let's describe another way. Okay, you may mention some like a related stuff about what do you do, but definitely and also related to what they are doing, right? You definitely do not want to hack that much of your Dream 100. You still want to support them. Okay, support them. And then mention about some of the contribute. I would put this one, contribute to your value. Okay, this will be easier for me to understand. Contribute to your value, even though it's like where they post. Okay, and still at the same time, do not like really steal their traffic, right? You want to respect their efforts. Okay, that's it. So that's then like engage in other engaging Dream 100 and Dream 100. Okay. Model, okay, engage and model. Okay, and then it's your Instagram to post and Instagram stories, reels, and then weekly do what? Weekly do Instagram TV, 2 videos a week. Remember, the TV thing now it's all real. So things changed, okay? Even though like this, you can use this to hack it, but do not, or to trick it, but do not, it's like everything is already changing. There's no Instagram TV now. Now Instagram profile to collaborations with, what is that? Collaborate with your Dream 100 by shouting each other out in your posts. That's a great reminder. Okay, some clubs you could rotate through, include answering each other's questions and sharing photos you are taking together. Sharing photos, like shout each other out. That's a great one. Rotate through, include answering each other's questions. Okay, so this part is definitely a great cooperation with your Instagram. I believe he has a similar thing on Facebook. So that means maybe Russell, I hope, gosh, is he doing this all personally? That's a little bit overwhelming, right? Okay. So, but anyway, this is a good reminder to cooperate with your Dream 100 clubs. Okay, that's what he said, clubs. So you do not do just by yourself. Or you can even involve your team to do that with them. Okay, next one is monthly. That's Instagram stories, one highlight per month. One highlight per month. Created product story highlights by scripting out a mini perfect webinar for one of your products and post 15 to 50 stories throughout the presentation. So that's one highlight. Let me see. How do you do that? One highlight. You do all this kind of stories. A mini webinar. So that's where I a little bit confusing because Instagram like changed. If you do like a 15 to 50, oh no, I see. These stories is not really like a going live. It's mentioned about those stories slide by slide, creating those slides saved in the story, and you put them all out. And then how do we get one? Okay, see, let me see. So that story to stack, I think I can do that. Let me double check. Where is it? Okay, here, Instagram. Let me practice. Otherwise, you just read. If you do not practice, you don't know what's going on. Okay, let me try story, add story. So the story you can stack multiple 15 to 50 stories together. For example, let me just do some anything I can, some pictures I can stack them. Let me try to see some. Maybe the flowers. Let me see if I still have my previous flower story. The day for, where are my beautiful pictures? Okay, maybe some of my food. Okay, done. Okay, see, in the attitude story, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4. You can choose maybe as many as you can. I don't know how many limits they are now, but at least Russell mentioned about 1 to 50. So sorry, I did not understand initially. Now I got it. So the story part is not go live. So the story is still like a similar. Okay, it do not go live. Real is real. Okay, real is the TV one. Now the story is like you choose multiple pictures. Where's that? What is this? Let me see if I have some other food stuff. Food. Let me see if I have other food stuff. I'm a foodie, but normally I do not see so many food pictures. Okay. Or maybe not food. Let me see. Maybe not choose food because I want to choose some book shelves initially, like some different furniture book house. That's beautiful. Let me choose this one. Okay. And this one, let me see, hold on. And this, let me choose a few. Okay, bear with me while I practice it. I will show you quite soon. By the way, follow me. I don't know if I put the link later. I will put a link later. Okay, once you follow me on my Instagram, you will see all these kind of cool things I'm sharing there. With all these book shelves of book, even bookshelf beds. Have you ever seen that? That will be cool. Let me see. There's more pictures. So far I found 3. And let me see if I can find other things. 3 of them. Cute. I have some artwork stuff there as well. Oh yeah. So some other like art stuff. This one, let me see. So this topic is about my book. Okay, bookshelves. Let's see. Oh, this one like. Okay, I already found 5 of them. Let me see if I can find one more. Otherwise, that will be it. 5 will be a good number, right, for our test. I know, like Russell mentioned 50, so that means you can put a 50. Or maybe that's a limit. That's why he mentioned 50. Maybe it's up to 50. Okay, then I have all this flower. That's it. So next, I choose 5 book-related stuff. And let's see. How do I choose it? Then what do I do? Oh, you can choose one by one or choose separate. Definitely separate. So there are 2 ways. You can choose combine them together into one snapshot, or you can choose them separate. I want separate because you want people to like score, right? To like go flip, and you can see the next one, just like doing the presentation. And then next. And hold on one moment. Let me get it back. You can add some like someone like how do you say that? Caption. Okay, inspiration from book. Inspirations from books. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, done. And next, you can share to your story right now. Let me share. And it's done. By the way, you can also share to people, but I will share to my profile. It's done. And then you put like what he mentioned, put in your highlights, and people can see it, right? Wait one moment. Okay, let's keep reading because it's like while the Instagram is processing it, and then I will show you. Cool, right? So that's it. So that's like once you can do. Now here it said week. Oh, per month. This is per month. This is a mini. Let's say this is a mini webinar. Okay, this is a mini webinar. Now we get this mini webinar thing, and that's for monthly. So and then I could put the highlights into what? Into my I have a few highlights. Could I abundance or readings of 365? Or what? Entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. YouTube interviews. So far I have those highlights of community or abundance. I think either like abundance could be a good place to put this highlights, okay? Because it's not my direct live reading. I put all my live reading short video into my reading 365. So this one inspired to put on abundance, okay? So you decided that highlights as well. So let me quickly see that one. So this is a monthly strategy, one highlight. Now, then you put that into one highlight. Oh, gosh, I finally figured out, like you put all this 15 to 50 slides into your one story, and that one story then you put into one highlights. Okay, got it? Cool. So this one I did not even use 25 minutes. I just used how many? So let me double check. Oh, he said you had to put them together every day, try to make 10 to 30 posts on Instagram stories throughout the day, documenting my journey. And let's see that. Let's double check this one. 1 per month, pick, okay, post the 15 to 50 stories throughout script presentation to sell one of my products. This is actually one highlight. So actually, that's why his description a little bit confused me earlier. Now I understand. It's 15 to 50 story, let's say story slides or story photos. So not stories. If it's stories, it's multiple stories. And how do you put them into one highlight, right? So that's where I got lost. And now I understand. So he said, post the stories, just like a picture. Save it as a highlight. Okay, as a highlight, one highlight. Okay. So that's why he said the first 3 stories, a few stories, the next stories. Okay, they are all in one stories. Okay, in one story, just the story slides. Now we get it. Okay, for the next one, when you go live on Facebook, you also go live on Instagram. Okay, same time. Okay, so those strategies, reels. So I need to leverage reels and develop the Dream 100s engagement and Dream 100 hacking thing. Okay, so wow, this is definitely a great publishing plan I could refer to. So put a bookmark there. Let's see. It's still, I think the Instagram is still running. We will get back to it later. Just one moment. Let's see. Okay. Step 4. Now we finally get into step 4. Let me quickly review the step 3 because we've already, the first few stories is quite long and sometimes it may get lost of all this kind of content, great content, right? Step 1, remember history and goal of Instagram. So you know the trend, where it's going. In step 2, find your Dream 100 on this platform. Step 3, identify publishing strategy and create your publishing plan. So strategy and plan, right? We use the 2 lights. And now, step 4, work your way in. Work your way in. And step 5 is buy your way in. Okay, so that can flow. Step 6 is fill your funnel. All right, step 4, as you are following your publishing plan and posting your content hooks, using the right hashtags, you will start showing up in the feeds of your dream customers. Okay, the right hashtags. Don't forget about that, right? Using the right hashtags. Okay, your dream customers. Okay, having great content for a consistent period of time is a baseline strategy for growth. I know this actually is the most difficult one. Okay, consistency and the baseline strategy, right? The great content and consistency. That's both challenge for many of you. And by the way, in my description of this video, I will share with you our free tool about content creator for expert and leaders. You can claim that gift. That will definitely help you to create great content. And the publishing plan here is like how the consistency. Okay, that will help your consistency as well. The next level of growth starts when you tap into your Dream 100 and their followers using the power of Instagram TV. So that's real. Okay, let me replace that TV to real. REL. Okay. I told you earlier that we use IGTV to produce videos answering questions that our audience has been asking us. The only problem is that the only people who see these videos are the ones who follow us or those who happen to see our hooks in their feed. As we thought about this platform and wanted a way to stimulate growth of our channel a lot faster, and that's when it hits us. We should do question and answer collaborations or collabs with our Dream 100. Okay, so that's in his published plan. Remember, question and answer collaborations with our Dream 100. That's genius, actually. Sometimes because you cannot always get your dream customers to ask questions, right? You can collaborate with your Dream 100. Genius, right? I could definitely do that with my Dream 100, my mastermind group. So this one, definitely the action work. Let me explain how it works. A while ago, I got a question from one of my followers who was trying to figure out why they were struggling with growing their company. I could have easily made a video response and posted it, but then I had an idea. There were other people who were actually more qualified than me to respond to parts of this question. I messaged Steve J. Larson and told him that someone had asked me a really good question and that I was going to answer it on video, but I'd love if he did also answer it too. Oh, so like invite your collaboration to your Dream 100 to answer questions together with you. Okay. So he agreed, made a video response and sent it to me. I also made a video response and then I took our 2 responses and created an IGTV video. Post on my profile and tagged Steve in the video. Okay, took 2 responses and created an IGTV. I was wondering if we can still do that in one video. Okay. Gosh, let's see. Okay, so a huge number of my followers watched the video, heard Steve's response, and went and followed him. I then gave him the same video and asked him to post it to his IGTV. He posted, tagged me, and I got a huge stream of new followers from his account as well. This is like let's say, mini promotion. Instead of interview each other, you can use this way, a question and answer format. Collaborate with your Dream 100 partners. It's like highlight each other and get each other's followers. Genius way, right? This collaboration added over 1,000 new followers to my account almost overnight. So find your right partners. Okay, we now try to do these collabs with my Dream 100 as often as possible. Often we'll do question swapping, question swapping, like if they, where I'll ask them a question and then they'll ask me a question back. Okay, that's another way. Okay, question swapping. I ask them a question and then ask me a question back. That's like let's say interview or like interview stuff. Not really interview, but a question swapping, like really representing your ideal audience or clients to ask each other question. We post it on our feeds and both our channels grow. That's like a way to engage with your dream customer, Dream 100, and get expanded with a Dream 100. That's right. Okay, so we'll do similar things. Let's say collaboration. You can do similar things when you meet your Dream 100 in real life at conferences and events. By the way, last time I met like a partner, I had like a live interview with him. It's like a little bit surprise to him. Next time you need to prepare to ask them in advance. Okay, otherwise they will feel a little bit uncomfortable. Depends on the person. I'm a person I would be open to. Oh, okay, spontaneous plan, great. But some maybe not, right? They will feel like embarrassed in front of like public because we were drinking tea or coffee in a bar or not a bar, like in a cafe, and he felt uncomfortable. I asked him to like to do something in the public, and okay, so next time ask him, depends on the person's personality, okay, and have them post it to their profile and tag you, okay, so tag each other, okay, the possibility are endless. Creative ideas like this are the key to working your way into the followers of your Dream 100. That's true. Okay. Step number 5. And by the way, you're same time you're doing each other favor and you are adding values to each other. Okay. So that's the best win-win and then win. You two wins and also your ideal audience also win, right? They get more resources and great inspirations as well. Values. Okay. Now step 5. That's okay. To quickly, step 5 is buy your way in. Remember, we have a traffic you work your way in, and now you have traffic you buy your way in. You quickly grow your Instagram following. You need to show up on your Dream 100's channel. Our favorite way to buy our way in is by getting a shout out. You can shout out. Okay. A shout out is exactly what it sounds like it is. Basically, one of your Dream 100 posts on their profile or in their stories about you. In their shout out, they usually mention your name, tell people to follow you and tag you. The tag makes a clickable link. Okay, tag you. The tag makes a clickable link on Instagram where people can click on your tag and be taken immediately to your profile, which is why it's so important to optimize your profile page. Okay, so that's why you want to get highlighted and then your profile should be ready. Let me see how often it's doing this. And Dream 100, the collabs, or either shout out. He's doing this weekly, okay, 30 minutes per week, weekly, okay. Let me see this. Weekly, I put a mark here so I will not forget. And the shout out is also weekly. Imagine that every month have 4, like just like, for example, basically just 4 weeks, right? Like each month you could have 4 different Dream 100 partners to do this kind of thing, to create a new, this is really like new highlights. For example, we found someone on our Dream 100 list at like a pro boss baby. Okay, sent her a copy of my 30 days book when it first came out, and paid her to do the shout out. He paid her to do the shout out. She posted a picture of herself with the book, told the story of the book, and then shouted me out by tagging me. This is like a buy your promotion, okay? This tag directed people back to my profile to find out more. She made this post on her profile. Okay, she paid her to do a shout out. So even like it's a promotion, right? Because this one is a free one. There's no like a commission. So that's why you want to pay them to do it. She made this post on her profile, and she also published a few stories with swipe ups that took people directed to the book funnel. Oh, okay. So actual book funnel actually has some like let's say commission. This post was shown to her 82.8 thousand followers, received 4,978 likes and drove hundreds of people. Wow, this kind of amazing data. 100 people to start following me. See, you need to find a great partners who have followers, okay, who have traffic. You can pay influencers to do a shout out and mention you on the profile. Ha! See this one? Isn't it cute? Like boss baby Janie, what's her name? I think it's Kaylin. Okay, Kaylin. Kaylin was reading this book with her baby. This is like a very attractive photo, right? And then she's putting this description, I think the story, share about this, let's see, boss baby. And that's why she put a baby there. And the whole interesting about this book and why she's reading it, and then tag Russell. This is definitely a great strategy, right? Now, like you can, but there are also a lot of agencies that specialize in getting shout outs for you. Oh, okay. A lot of agencies. If you do not have a full like 100 list yet, you can hire them and they'll do all the work to find the people, get you the shout out and get people to your profile page. Oh, exactly what I'm doing now. The SEO person who tried to do that, all the promotion for me, they are trying to, we're doing some tests now, right? So I did see the traffic come in, some humble traffic, but it's a great way. So that proved that you can hire some agencies to do the promotion for you. So that's paid ads. So instead of just to pay Facebook ads or Google ads or like say YouTube ads, just hire somebody, pay them, right? Not really hire agency, but it's really like pay them to do the work for you. Really shout out promotion. Now, step number 6. This is the last part of this book. Okay, with not this book, I mean this secret. Fill a funnel. The last step in this framework is then use all this exposure and engagement to convert all this traffic into traffic that you own. The first phase is creating your publishing plan and putting out your content hooks. This is like a summary for this secret, okay? Putting out your content hooks to start to grow your following and build a relationship with them, okay? Creating your publishing plan and putting out your content hooks to start to grow your following and build a relationship with them. We use your Instagram profile and TV, let's say real, let me replace that, always real, to find people and turn them into subscribers. We can work our way in with collabs and buy shout outs to speed up our growth, okay? Both way, okay? As your following is growing, you can then start using your Instagram stories and get people to swipe up and push your followers into your funnels. So his focus is first grow your following. Then it's like a swipe up, push to funnels. So if you do not have good enough, I was wondering how big would Russell describe is that good enough, right? You can also use our highlights mini webinar hacks to create mini webinars. I saw people like use some like let's say question and answer or like a list to do that kind of story thing. And you can also use like a webinar hack, right? When highlights that pre-sell your people on the products or services you're selling in your funnel. Okay, so this mini webinars, called a mini webinar. The last step is to start running prospecting ads as shown in secret number 9 to find more of your dream customers and move them into your retargeting buckets so you can get them into your funnels. Okay, into your retargeting funnels. Okay, everything you are doing now is for the purpose of moving these people into your value ladder and sending them up so you can serve them at a much higher level. Why? You can see that all the previous introduced the concepts and practice are integrated together, right? So use all these strategies, starting with your publishing plan. Okay, I will refer to this to update into your specific plan. Initially, maybe you could not be so comprehensive, but start with some simple steps. Okay, and step by step, when you get more experience, you will get there. All right, so that's for today. I will put my current publishing like plan and also what I'm learning here into roughly a new plan. I need to have a specific plan, put on your table, by your desk, like on your desk, by your laptop. So you could remind you, especially at the beginning, before you build up, really establish a good habits there, right? You need a reminder or to hold yourself accountable. Okay, so we'll do that. That's for today. We finished the secret number 10, the Instagram traffic secrets, and tomorrow we will have a Facebook traffic secrets. Okay, I think there may be some similarity because they are now in the same company, but different functions, right? We'll see. Wow, that's another big chapter. So we may use 2 or 3 days to finish that. I think we need at least 3 days for the secret number 11. You can see that it's quite thick, a good practice there. So everyone, maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed. I feel a little bit already, even though I've already like published so much. I would, if you can focus on 2, right? If you start from some baby steps, just find your 5, like JK5 and 5 categories, and then post 2 posts every day, right? Actually, I posted 2 posts, but we will see how to strategically convert it. Okay, so that's it for today's reading. And I hope you get inspirations. Let me know which part is the best inspiration, and we will definitely start implementing them, okay? From small steps, or you find any specific part you feel very interested, we will do this, okay? So this is a very valuable book. What they like Russell taught really in this book, or teaches in this book, really will use us maybe months to really implement everything. And he, don't worry about that, okay? He used years to get all these kind of secrets, and don't blame yourself, feel like overwhelmed, or I'm not good enough, I could not catch up. Because sometimes I could feel that way, right? And even now I feel a little bit about that, okay, because I'm keep reading, how could I implement this, right? So take some baby steps. And for example, Russell used 10 years, maybe we use 1 year to fully implement this. So each day, okay, take some baby steps. Don't eat the whole wheel, okay? Oh, I should not use wheel. We do not supposed to eat the wheel, okay? Don't not eat the whole, let me use some plants. Whole pineapple, maybe I was, oh, watermelon. Oh, yeah, today we're eating watermelon. Don't eat the whole watermelon in one bite, right? You want to put them into slices, enjoy them. And I hope this is a good example. Enjoy it maybe in 2 or 3, a few days. So it's just a small example like that. So every day, every time when you implement, you could enjoy it, okay? And especially develop a Dream 100, engage them to do all these kind of strategies together. But also start with baby steps. Don't overwhelm your Dream 100 because they are not level yet. So maybe just have like some tag them, contribute to them, and have some question and answer stuff, or maybe just a simple shout out if you have some good program. And let's say if they're interested in do the like affiliate program with you. Okay, so that's for today, and let's keep this momentum, everyone, and we'll keep our progress as well. We'll see you. By the way, check our description, right? We have all these great resources that are including the free, where you can get the book for free, and also the links where you can engage into this movement and also our community. All right. So, oh, by the way, this Thursday, tomorrow, actually, today's Wednesday, tomorrow, we will have this live masterclass. This will be our perfect webinar. And we are getting there every day. We get like every time we get some like optimization and some baby steps at once. And it's not perfect yet, right? But we will get there. Okay. So look forward to welcoming you tomorrow to check the link and register to our live masterclass and to teach you the 7-step abundance movement launch model, and help you to how to launch your profitable and impactful online business in 90 days as a confident expert and thought leader in your niche. Okay, we will look forward to seeing you online inside. Make sure that you will double check. Okay, see you everyone. Take good moment.